Fade out 1. Fade in 3.
Pizza Flicks Television Division presents
How's it going, Big Sarge?
Like I had a pitcher full of martinis. Hey, that was some shot you gave me. Let's dance.
Oh. You'll have to wait your turn. Willie, saline and whole blood. You better give it to him right away. You relax. Enjoy that binge. Captain Bar, you're a sight for sore eyes. I was afraid they were bringing more wounded in.
It's been pretty rough, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've got about all we can handle.
They all get hit from the mountain, old Papa San.
Yeah. So have 7 out of every 10 casualties we've had this month. You'd think those guns up there had eyes. Nothing that evil should be called Papa.
Papa San is more than evil. You might call that mountain an institution. It's a way to die.
Did you come to see your boys?
They'll see me. How are they?
Not only has your company got the freshest bunch of kids in Korea, Captain, they're the toughest, too. Sergeant Juliana is the only one that's touch and go.
He'll make it, won't he?
If I have to nurse him every step of the way.
It's Yellowbelly.
Listen here, and I'm not clowning around. This is only a tent, but it's the property of the United States Army, and I am the officer in charge. There'll be no further insubordination of that kind.
I know who said that. I know. And when I get to that guy...
Sarge, take it easy. How's the arm, Rollins? McLaughlin? What are you up to, Ramirez? What a show you boys put on yesterday.
Only trouble is that instead of applauding, them Reds threw lead. Very poor audience, them Reds.
Well, like the man said, if at first you don't succeed.
Yeah, but he wasn't sitting on old Papa San's lap when he said that.
It's a good point.
They just don't make wars like they used to, Captain. Remember, you, me, the lieutenant, Omaha Beach, and...
Well, the war is different. And the men are different.
Captain, I'm sorry about what was said.
So am I. When are they going to be evacuated?
Tomorrow morning early. Captain, you still haven't heard from your wife.
No.
One of the Red Cross officials I know is in touch with the states every day. I placed an official inquiry on your wife. I hope you don't mind me butting in.
Captain Joe, you're a real mixed-up Florence Nightingale. I love you for it. Anything while I was gone?
Yeah. Company commander's meeting at 1400.
Lee, I expect the usual courtesies extended to company commander. I don't expect a yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm not as interested in yes, sirs, as I am in a well-defined message.
Company commander's meeting at battalion, 1400. Purpose G2 briefing.
Miller, as a radio man, you're classified as a technician, not an entertainer. That walkie-talkie doesn't even receive static anymore. What do you say?
Commies have been playing it cool since yesterday. Looks like we jarred their mountain up a little.
They did a little jarring themselves.
How are the boys, Jim?
They're bleeding. Captain Joe says it'll be all right. Ben, I'm going to say this fast, and then I don't want to hear any more about it. I was yellow on yesterday's advance. I know it, you know it, and so does the whole company.
What are you talking about?
Don't play footsie with me. I'm trying to say that I'm ashamed.
Found a hole to jump into, we did, and why make a federal case?
The hole wasn't so big I couldn't have walked around it. There have been other things, and you'll know it.
So you haven't turned out to be Korea's answer to a one-man army. The men understand.
They don't understand. And they're not men. They're a lot of wet-nosed kids who've seen too many movies and not enough war. They think the hero always comes home with his girl.
Jim, I don't know
If
what
you say you're sorry, I'll throw you right out of here.
I'm not sorry. Just getting a little impatient to see the guy I used to know. They say us retreads make good shooting soldiers because the years have given us brains to go with our guts. You still got the guts. Just temporarily misplaced them somewhere between Normandy Beach and Korea. Old Papa Sands in for an awful jolt if you ever find out where you left him.
You know what, Jim Bart? You must have been born with luck. Now, most men have to stay home and go through it with their wives. You know, the pickles at midnight and the dizzy spells in the morning.
Yeah, not to mention the shrewish disposition and the paper-thin feelings.
My darling, you must have been a mother.
Darling, it's time. The taxi will be here any minute.
Look here, soldier. You don't just kiss this girl and then walk away. At least, not until you have to. You know, while you're overseas impressing all those generals, I'm going to give you the grandest baby ever. And because you won't be here to argue with me, I'll be able to do anything I want. I'm going to call him Jim, because he's going to look just like you. And he'll be sweet and tender, like you. And because I love him. Just like you.
It's a lousy stacked deck, Millie. Who told them that I was still a soldier? Didn't they hear Jim Bart, the wildcat of the regiment, died at Normandy with a 5-inch hole in his chest?
Jim, don't.
They're getting the other part of me this time, the part that's got a crazy longing to have a wife and a kid and a job. They're getting the part of me that's not mad anymore.
Oh, Jim.
I don't want to leave you right now. Don't you understand that? I've done my share.
What is your share, Jim? Yours or mine? As long as we go on living, we go on sharing the good. The debt accumulates. We must be ready to pay, no matter where or how. Just for having had you, I never can pay enough.
Easy Company. Corporal Lee speaking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Captain, company commander meeting an hour earlier. You just got time to make it, sir.
And this is what we're bucking for. Hill 1066. I think you men know this hill better as Papa said.
G2 have any further word on enemy strength, sir?
We know that this approach area is defended by at least a battalion. Now, Easy Company will launch the attack. They will be backed by George Company. Howe Company will support with heavy weapons fire. Exact assault time will be forwarded to each company commander. Well, that's all, gentlemen. Good luck. Oh, Captain Bart, would you remain, please?
Colonel, I wanted to speak to you about the attack. My company's been on the line for 6 weeks. We took 5 enemy positions, and we were kicked off 2 of them. This time, couldn't we be the support?
Negative. What disturbs you, Captain? Is it your company's safety, or is it something else?
I was thinking only of my company, sir.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you since I took over the battalion, Captain.
No, sir.
That's a pity we can't become better acquainted up here. But it's a busy war, isn't it? Yeah, but this lack of acquaintance, it's a necessary evil. But it can lead to a great deal of disharmony. An officer may be a troublemaker, whiner, may resent taking orders, may not want to give them. Or he can even be a coward. From reports that have reached me, Captain, in my opinion, you are one of those who does not belong in a combat company, much less in a position of command. Well, can't you say anything, Captain?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, you cannot. In my eyes, the only thing that could have spoken for you would have been your conduct and efficiency in combat. I'm relieving you of your command. You will return to your company and turn it over to your exec, Lieutenant Sullivan. Then report back here to me. That's all.
Colonel,
I said that's all.
stand. Have Lieutenant Solomon report to me right away. When was the last weapons check?
1,200 hours. Everything's in good shape.
Ammo?
Plenty. Look, Captain, I know my job.
You sure you got enough of that 75-millimeter recoilless stuff?
Well, we could use some of that.
I thought you said you had enough. What kind of a weapons platoon leader are you, anyway?
Look, Captain, I could ask you a similar question.
If you don't stop needling me, so help me, You get your men back to that depot and pick up all the 75-millimeter stuff you can carry. I want it, and I want it tonight.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let him get under your skin, Jim. He's a gifted troublemaker. How's the meeting?
Well, they didn't hand out surprises and serve cake.
Oh, something up?
Yeah, we're going to push again.
Okay, we're going to push. Where?
Battalion figures why try for 5 when you can go for 10.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm a great kidder.
But we don't know what they've got on Papa San.
G2 thinks they do, and you'll have some help.
What are you talking about? I'll have some help.
I'm being relieved. You're taking over.
What?
Jim, for crying out loud, don't look so surprised. You knew the old man was liable to sack me.
Yeah, but not like this. Maybe after we went back in reserve.
Our new battalion commander likes to make examples.
I may sound sloppy, but examples the Army can make. Still, they shouldn't pick on Jim Bart.
The shoe fits, doesn't it?
Jim,
like you said, you're getting a little sloppy. When battalion gives me the jump-off time, I'll call a briefing, and you'll take over. That's all then. How's it been out here?
Quiet. Why should the Reds waste their ammunition when they could get us if we so much as spit towards their stinky mountain? I heard there was a briefing today. Is that why you wanted the extra ammo?
Yeah.
Anything us 4 platoon leaders should get in on?
You'll find out soon enough. In the meantime, check on your small ammunition. It's a push.
Captain, where do you figure to be on this one?
Captain, battalion calling, sir.
Those platoon leaders report to me right away.
Yes, sir.
I know you've all suspected something was going to pop. Well, here it is. Tomorrow morning at 0400, this company is going to lead an assault. We'll have support from George Company here on the left. Howe Company's heavy weapons fire from this point.
They must be nuts at headquarters.
Well, nuts or not, that's the assignment.
Do they expect us to hold that ground?
They don't know any more about that than we do.
Oh, that's great. Just great. So we're supposed to be walking targets while G2 estimates the situation, huh?
Stanton, we all know the best way to get information is to make contact with the enemy.
How would you know? You'd just be in a hole again.
shut your mouth.
Forget it, Ben. He isn't voicing anything that hasn't been thought by every member of this company. All right, I'll let you guys have a ball. I've been relieved. Lieutenant Solomon will take you in.
Oh, well, that figures. So most likely you didn't protest this push. Why should you? You knew your precious neck would be safe. You Yellowbelly.
Let him go. It's your war, Ben. Take over.
All right. We're going to have a briefing. Papa Ben Solomon and his rosy-cheeked, fuzzy-faced little boys, made men by act of Congress. We're going to have a briefing on a real man. Name is Bart. A man who was a soldier when you babies were winning your combat medals as ice cream parlor Romeos. He was a soldier then. A good one. And he turned down a cushy job on the boxing team just to stay with the shooting army. As for this big, brave soldier, Bart could have broken his back, and he could have done it tonight, too. He led our squad into Sicily and in Normandy later on. And we never got to see much more than the seat of his pants because he was always out front. When he was 21, he already had 3 promotions in the field and won his first Silver Star. Before he was sent back to the States with a fist-sized hole in his chest, he won the Distinguished Service Cross and the Bronze Star. Yeah. Captain Yellowbelly Bart, the same guy you've been spitting on. I won't bore you heroes with all the details. But if you want the real skinny, ask Sergeant Juliana over in sick bay. He was there. Ask him what made Yellowbelly charge an enemy squad single-handed with an empty rifle just to save my life. Okay. Been bucking for a new company commander, you got him. But let me tell you this. Juliana and I couldn't bust red tape fast enough to get back with the one you just lost. We'd both do it again now. We'd both. Arnold. Your platoon will cover the right flank. Here, Stewart.
You just don't pay no heed to hospital visiting hours, do you?
Well, Captain Joe said you and the boys were moving out in the morning. I wanted to say goodbye.
You know something, Jim? You and me never get a chance to finish a war together. First time it's you, this time it's me.
Let's hope there'll never be another time.
Yeah. Even a couple of fighting dogs like you and me can get all used up. Young punks don't understand that.
Sure. Well, I'll see you back in the States sometimes, Juliana.
Sure. Back in the States.
Jim Barr, I've been looking all over the place for you.
Why?
Because I'm a sentimental old fool. Kiss me. That's my old-fashioned way of saying congratulations.
What for?
I got a message from the Red Cross. You're a pappy.
But it's early. It's real early.
It's a boy. Mother and son doing well.
Millie's all right?
She came through fine.
Oh, thank God, thank God. I ought to have a box of candy or something.
Well, cigars are usually served, but I'll settle for a cigarette.
Gee, she made it. She really made it.
Well, women usually do.
Yeah, I know, but how many of them have rheumatic hearts?
What?
She's had a rheumatic heart ever since she was a child.
Well, she must be quite a woman.
Yes, she is.
And she has quite a man.
Has she?
As long as we go on living, we go on sharing the good. The debt accumulates. We must be ready to pay no matter where or how.
How have you set it up?
Well, here's the deal, Jim. First platoon here, second in this sector. Ainsley's platoon will move in from here.
All right, that's pretty good. Ainsley, there might be a gap there. You move in and fill it up. Arnold, your position is good. Stewart, cover in a little more from the right. Now, are you sure we have enough of that 75mm ammo?
We have enough, sir.
Good. Lee, get me a battalion. Colonel Schmidt.
Yes, sir.
Ben, this roadbed that angles up the north side of Hill 500.
Yeah?
You think we might be able to find some cover there until we're ready to yell surprise?
Guys might have a hard time finding it. It's pretty dark out there.
You just tell the men to follow me.
Captain, Colonel Schmidt.
Thank you. Colonel Schmidt, this is Captain Barr. I want to advise you that I'm going to be a little late in arriving at battalion. But after we've secured Papa San,
What are you talking about? You've been relieved.
No, I'm not relieved, Colonel. I'm sorry, sir, but that's the way it is.
You realize I could break you for this, don't you? Ride you right into a court-martial? What? You don't care?
There's no time now, Colonel. Try me later on Papa San.
Good luck, Captain.
What's that, sir?
I said good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, Jim.
Miller, you keep on that walkie-talkie and give us a radio check. And you tell him that old Yellowbelly says the last one off Papa San is a rotten egg.
Sir?
You tell him like that, just the way I said it.